Does your wheel wobble like this? Wheel bearings or wheel bushings are shot. Here they are up close. They are just pressed in. This back side's a little bit thicker. These are just bushings, not bearings. They're getting upgraded to bearings. Some might already have bearings in, but for the most part, they all have bushings. And the best way to upgrade them is wheel bearings. And these are the bearings. You can see they have a little flange to the outside of the wheel. There's no way to grease them up inside. You just have to hope that they're greasy enough inside. Unless you tap them, but you can't do that either. Or you're just gonna have grease flinging out. Now to get the old ones out, usually just a flathead and a little sledge does the trick. Sometimes you need heat, that's why the torch is out just in case. Well, it's pretty easy. Alright, so these ones came out easier than normal. And that's what they look like. The hole just got bigger on them, and that's why they were so wobbly. Well, you can see it on this one. So, that, try to clean the grease out of this wheel quick before installing the wheel bearings. You want to put fresh grease in there afterward. Even though the bearings have grease in them themselves, I still put grease in them. Just lubricate the axle because the bearings are not absolutely tight on the axle like you'd find on a car. Actually, these are the easiest bushings I've ever pushed out before. That's because all this crap gummed up. And new bearings, just sit down on there like that. Usually I like to use a socket. This is 1/16 of an inch. Let's go around it. You can just go by using the sledgehammer on the outside of the wheel bearing, but I've chipped them doing it that way before. The reason being is the wheel bearing has a piece that sits out right here. So you can't use something solid against there, you might damage the wheel bearing itself. This other side's being a real bastard. I wasn't going to do it on video, but since it's not being easy, I figured I'd do a shot on it too. If they're ever difficult to come out, you need to heat the center of the wheel up. Be careful, grease is flammable and it might get smoky in here. And all I'm using is just a regular propane torch. Always does the trick. I see the grease dripping, so it's probably about time that I can pull this out and try hitting on it again. You can see that in the camera. Grease stream down. So watch, you should wear safety glasses because I've had the grease splash put in my face before. And there she be. Yummy grease, it's all over the floor. Shit happens. Normally do this outside, but it's a little too cold for that. I know I'm wearing gloves, but I don't like it to shit all over my tools either. So I can do it with me. I propped up on myself. And the other side just fell out, so I mean this metal doesn't keep it tight enough. So I've had that happen on other ones before. Just gently tap in. It's hoping to do, at least one of them would. It's not a race car. It'll be alright. I'll just prove it's staying in there now. Some wheels will do that. They won't keep the wheel bearing in or the new wheel bushing. You have to tap on the outside of the wheel so it closes in a circle a little bit to hold it in. Since it's metal, it'll stay. Here's the difference compared to before. Now the only play is in the steering linkage back here. Here she be. It's barely any play now. And there is your grease point. This is for a Craftsman. Right here's the steering linkage I said is making a front end wobbly. I will list the part number to the wheel bearings. They're only good for axles. They're 3/4 of an inch. They're an upgrade for John Deere's. I used them on my daughter's Sabre. I've used them on the Craftsman's and everything else. As long as it's 3/4 axle, it'll work. Thanks for watching.